Morning everybody, Wednesday the 19th of August, another day in my daily diary of how I look after my wife with Parkinson's and dementia. Last night, I always start off with a when it's a bad one, because last night was a bad one again. Shocking. I know it was hot, but yesterday we went out and I bought one of them cooling blankets, a decent one, and all, just Silent Night one. I got that and like a gel pad, a cool gel pad. I forget what it's called, but it's like the one I put in the freezer and I put on Angie's back. So, but it's a big and it's like near enough, like 5 foot by 3 foot, something like that. What a waste of time them were. Tried putting them on her while she was on the settee last night. No. I sat with the gel thing on my knee for a while, wondering what it was, and no. The cool blanket was. It's a blanket at the end of the day as well, even though you can feel the coolness to it. But when it's so hot, you just want to chuck it off, which is what she was doing last night. She was fidgety and rolling and hauling on the settee last night, really bad again. Started to sweat, so I got the ice pack out of the freezer, put that round her back, put a cold flannel on her forehead, and then I got to bed. Again, I asked her, threatened her to, right, I'll leave you on the couch, Angie, because I need to go and get in bed. I'm tired. So again, that works. So she, right, I'll go to bed, but she weren't ready for it. So I could hear her and was watching on my camera. She's rolling and mauling and she's twizzling about again. She ended up with her feet where her head should be and her head where her and on my side across the bed, horizontal, and that was with the cool blanket on, and so every time I checked on the camera, it was gone. She chucked it off. He chucked it off again. So I tried lying her on that gel pad thing. But that was like a plasticky thing, so that was just going to make it worse, make her sweat even more. I don't know, so I give up. I'm going to have to get in bed. I can't wait any longer. So I went to bed. It was about, getting up at 2 o'clock, and she was still at it. She was still mauling and rolling and groaning and mooching about. And Angie, come on! So I had to get her out of bed. She was wet through again. I've wiped her down with a cold flannel and dried her, changed the mats that are on the bed, put a thin cotton sheet on. I thought I'll try that instead of that cool blanket. And then she fell. I left go over. She had it right hang onto the bed rail. I turned round to get her and she fell sideways. I've got an air conditioning unit, but again filled with water. It needs filling with ice or something, but I dug it out last night. So that was to one side. So of course that went over. I put that where the washing basket normally goes. So that went over. She fell into that, fell over. That then spilt all over the plug. So of course the lights went off. All the electric went off. I'm laughing because it's like, you couldn't make this up. If you made this into a film, but it was give over. It's too far fetched. So then, no torch. Where's my torch? My torch is in the shed, innit? So at like, 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm mooching around the house. It's pitch black. Pitch black. I thought, I've not even got a lighter. I don't smoke or anything. I thought, well, I've got a lighter to light the log burner. When we're using that, I have one of them long-handled gas lighters. So I'm in the front room trying to find that in the pitch black on my hands and knees. So I found that and then walking around the house, it looked like it was like a rave or something with a. Anyway, so I got to the electric box. Luckily, it just tripped it, so I managed to switch that back on. Got back in the bedroom, but I'd lay Angie back on the bed by that time. I didn't leave her on the floor. I lay her on bed, so they had to get her back off. And of course, there's water everywhere, the thing. So I thought I need to see to Angie first. So I did it, and I've put a bit of clean bedding. I'm not putting any clean nightwear on her because it's pointless. That'll just get wet through and she'll take it off. So nightmare that was. So I ended up shouting at her again. When I say shouting, I don't mean shouting, but sternly, Angie, come on, I can't be doing this. You're going to be the death of me. This, you're going to have to, and I brought it up about. I said, you don't want to be doing this too long. I said, because if I go under Angie, you're going to end up in home. You don't want that. None of us want that. Maybe it might be a time if I get a break. Maybe if I see somebody and get you in somewhere just for a couple of nights, just so I can get a bit of a break and get to catch up with some sleep or something. So yeah, she just nodded, but I don't know if it's sunk in. But at least I've mentioned it now. So I will bring it up again at some point today. Ask her, do you remember what we were talking about last night? I'll just bring it like that. Oh no, I won't say you remember. I'll just say last night, and you had a conversation. It was about, what do you think? I'll do it like that. But then even when I'd sort of changed everything and got her back in bed, and it must have been 2:45, not far off 3 o'clock anyway. And I'm getting in bed, but she's still at it. She's nowhere. Feet were going, legs were going, and she's rolling backwards and forwards. Angie, come on. I said, Angie, for sake, come on, get to sleep. So, and she didn't. I think I nodded off before she calmed down properly. And then I woke up a couple of times because she was, her legs were across me and my side, so I was getting all hot. She was all hot. I'm trying to move her, get out of bed and moving her back on her own side of bed, trying to find a cool patch for her. Shocking again. I know the heat doesn't help, everybody's suffering with the heat and that, but I couldn't be doing with any more of these, and I don't know what the solution is. I really don't know. I've tried the cool blanket thing, I've tried the gel mat, I've tried to sleep in with nothing on, uncovered. I've tried to sleep in with a thin cotton sheet, just to cover on. I had the fan going as well, the stand-up fan. I had the ceiling fan going, the stand-up fan going, which helped me because I was laid right at the side of it, but then you've got to put up with the noise. Yeah, I'm having a right old morning this morning, aren't I? So... And yesterday I went in and said, right, Angie, the carer will be in a bit. So we took me to the toilet. So I said, do you want to stay in bed or get up? Stay in bed. And then she said, I need the toilet. Right, so I got her up and got her to the toilet. And as she was in the toilet, I thought I might as well start getting her washed and dressed. And the carer knocked on the door. It was Precious again. I don't know. She's got to be new, Precious. She's got to be new. She just, where's the bowl? She said. Remember, Angie sat on the toilet, right at the side of the washing basin, the sink, and then the bath. So where's the bowl so I can wash her? I said, just use the basin, use the sink, fill that with water. Oh yeah, okay. And I thought, it's definitely got to be new. Anyway, the supervisors or whatever they call, they're coming this morning, having a chat to work out some sort of a care plan. I think they're due at 10:30 with me, just before Amber the cleaner comes at 11:30. So I'm not going to mention these to them yet. I'll see what this care plan is, because then obviously the carer's supposed to be coming today, so I'm hoping they turn up together, or at the same time, one's here while the other one turns up. And then I probably, come Friday when they're back in on Friday, I'll give them another go, and then I think I'm just going to knock it on the head. I think, for what it's worth, it's not a big issue for me to get her up and washed and dressed, and there's no time on it then, right? And you come on, I'm looking at the clock thinking the carers will be here shortly, and do you want to get up, do you not? So like Fridays when we go out meeting Angie's sister, sometimes I'll leave her in bed till 12. Now if the carers are coming and I'm demanding you've got to be here for 10, then they're going to be getting at 10, aren't they? And then what am I going to say then? Oh, she don't need you, say she's staying in bed. I'll sort of contradict myself, aren't I, there? So yeah, so I'm leaning towards knocking it on the head, but I'm not doing it today. Or I'll give it another couple of goes, but I'll just let Heidi know, my social worker, because I want to ring them anyway later in the week to see about this bed. Get this hospital bed thing. So yeah, so I managed to get her out yesterday. So I said, I didn't give her a choice. I said, right, and you're up now, here's your breakfast. So I had to feed her a breakfast. Yeah, everything, all of it. She couldn't even attempt the first couple of spoonfuls. So I had to, spoon feed all the breakfast for her yesterday, and then we got out. We just went up to a place just near Fleetwood. It's like a shopping complex, but there's cafes and stuff. So we had a water. That's where I got the cool blanket and the gel pad from, up there. I thought rather than buy it online, if we're going out there, I'll get it from there, because I know there's a bedding shop up there. And then we had toasted tea cake and a coffee and whatever, and just had a general walk around and sat in the sun for a bit, and got home for 5ish, 5:15, and I made us what did she have? Oh, veg mash and a mushroom, onion and garlic something or other, what you put in the oven. So yeah, I had one of them with my salad as well, so it was nice. And then, like I said, then it just went downhill again from there. She was trying to eat tea with her eyes shut, so I ended up feeding her, but even feeding her with her eyes shut. Like he said, Angie, open your eyes, come on, open your eyes. It's it just gets so frustrating, repeating yourself over and over and over again. But that's what it is. That's the way it is. What I can do about it, and I've got to give my head a wobble. And it's not, it is what it is. It is what it is, mate. Just get on with it. Get on with it. Nothing's done purpose, and it is what it is. So I'll give your head a wobble and just get on with it, Mike. Stop complaining. Like I said before, I'd sooner be in my position than Angie's position, by far. So yeah, so anyway, so Amber's coming today. We've got this meeting with Easy morning, then the cleaner, then the sitter, the outreach workers coming at 2 till 5, so I want to get away straight as soon as I can for that, because I won't get my shopping done. And then I'm going to go and view that 4-bedroom bungalow again, that second viewing on that 4-bedroom bungalow this afternoon. Yeah, okay, so I'll try and get a bit more upbeat. I've got my washing out. I had that out this morning at 20 to 7. So again, you think, it's like 3 o'clock when I was, getting in bed this morning. Still awake and up a couple of times. And I'm actually out, so I was up just after 6:30. That's the hanging washing out at 20 to 7. Right, okay, that's enough of everybody feels sorry for Mike. Oh no, it feels sorry for Mike out of this, so yeah. Alright, no, I'm going to get off now, and I'll do another one tomorrow. So as usual, please press your like buttons, follow me, share these videos, and send me your comments. I like reading them all, and I always reply to them. Alright, so as usual though, you take care now. Bye.